Subscribe Quick Views, press the bell icon and never miss an update.
इंडियन प्रीमियर लीग 2020 का 21वां मुकाबला अबू धाबी के शेख जायद स्टेडियम में खेला गया। कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स ने चेन्नई सुपर किंग्स के खिलाफ टॉस जीतकर बल्लेबाजी का फैसला किया। कोलकाता ने 20 ओवर में 10 विकेट पर 167 रन बनाए। कोलकाता की ओर से राहुल त्रिपाठी स्कोरर रहे। उन्होंने 51 गेंद में 8 चौके और 3 छक्कों की मदद से 81 रन बनाए। उनके अलावा शुभमन गिल ने 11, सुनील नारायण ने 17, दिनेश कार्तिक ने 12 रन बनाए। पैट कमिंस ने 9 गेंद में 17 रन बनाकर नाबाद रहे। वहीं दूसरी तरफ चेन्नई की ओर से ड्वेन ब्रावो ने सबसे ज़्यादा 3 विकेट लिए। सैम करन और शार्दुल ठाकुर और करण शर्मा ने 2-2 विकेट अपने नाम किए। वहीं महेंद्र सिंह धोनी ने इस मैच में 4 कैच लपके। रविंद्र जडेजा की मदद से वरुण चक्रवर्ती को रनआउट भी किया। चेन्नई के लिए धमाकेदार शुरुआत करते हुए शेन वॉटसन और फाफ डुप्लेसी ने बारी की शुरुआत की। दोनों ने शुरुआती 2 ओवर में 18 रन बनाए। 2 ओवर के बाद डुप्लेसी ने 6 गेंद में 11 और शेन वॉटसन ने 6 गेंद में 7 रन बनाए। वहीं कोलकाता की ओर से पैट कमिंस ने पहला ओवर फेंका। इस ओवर में 6 रन बने। वहीं शिवम मावी ने दूसरा ओवर लेकर आए। उनके ओवर में 12 रन बने। इंडियंस बनाम राजस्थान रॉयल्स आईपीएल 2020 का मैच आज अबू धाबी में खेला गया। मुंबई इंडियंस ने आईपीएल 13 में राजस्थान रॉयल्स के सामने 20 ओवर में 4 विकेट खोकर 193 रन बनाए। मुंबई ने टॉस जीतकर पहले बल्लेबाजी करने का फैसला किया। मौजूदा विजेता के लिए सूर्य कुमार यादव ने अर्धशतक जमाया। उन्होंने 69 रनों की बारी खेली, जिसमें 47 गेंदों का सामना कर 11 चौके और 2 छक्के मारे। हार्दिक ने उनका साथ देते हुए अंत में 19 गेंदों पर 2 चौके और 1 छक्के की मदद से नाबाद 30 रन बनाए। कप्तान रोहित शर्मा ने 35 रनों का योगदान दिया। वहीं राजस्थान के लिए श्रेयस गोपाल ने 2 विकेट लिए और कार्तिक त्यागी और जोफ्रा आर्चर ने 1-1 विकेट लिया। लक्ष्य का पीछा करते हुए राजस्थान रॉयल्स की शुरुआत अच्छी नहीं रही। यशस्वी जायसवाल का बल्ला आज भी नहीं चला। वे खाता खोले बगैर ट्रेंट बोल्ट का शिकार हो गए। उनके बाद क्रीज पर आए स्टीव स्मिथ को जसप्रीत बुमराह ने पवेलियन का रास्ता दिखा दिया। स्मिथ ने 7 गेंद पर सिर्फ 6 रन ही बना सके। वहीं संजू सैमसन भी खाता नहीं खोल सके। बोल्ट की गेंद पर रोहित शर्मा ने उनका कैच लिया। वहीं महिपाल लोमरोल को राहुल चहार ने आउट किया।
Of course, we have specific plans for absolutely everybody in the tournament. There's a lot of planning and strategy goes behind the thought process that the bowling unit needs to execute. We have fantastic backroom staff to do all that information digging, using all the resources and hopefully aiding everybody who comes into the game. So our coach Brendan McCullum leads that really well, and I think at a ground like Sharjah you need to accept that you have a lot of things going against you, so trying to do the basics as well as you can I think is really important. I think both sides did a reasonable job of that. I think if you look after the game how sides bowled, some bowled okay, but I think it was always going to be a high scoring game when the boundaries are so small and the wicket is so good.
Do you think you came in too late, considering you gave KKR a really good chance today?
No, I don't think so. I think when you look at our batting lineup, we have a number of match winners in that lineup, so it's a very difficult one to sort of get up the order, particularly when you've a world-class batsman all-rounder in Andre Russell. He's an incredible striker of the ball. When he comes up the order, obviously everybody shifts down a little bit. So, giving the context of the game, I think we went from a position probably being behind the 8 ball a little bit because Delhi bowled well, to a position of strength and looking like we were going to win it. But however, it wasn't meant to be tonight. We'll move on. I think we've played some fantastic cricket throughout this tournament so far. I think Delhi have been the team who have looked most promising early on in the tournament. So to come out and produce a fantastic game against them but not get over the line, there are huge positives to take.
Can you shed some light on the bowling plans for a ground like Sharjah, and where do you think it went wrong for you guys?
I don't think a lot went wrong. I think to come to Sharjah, you're always going to expect a score of 200 plus in a game, and potentially they got a couple of boundaries too many, but we were still in the game right until the 20th over, so maybe it was a 220 wicket. Maybe I'm just being a batsman. So I don't think we got a lot wrong today. I think we've had outstanding days out with the ball so far in the tournament. Our batting came to the forefront of it today. Nitish Rana played really well. So Rahul Tripathi as well, coming in for his first game in the tournament with limited opportunities to take time, struck the ball beautifully. So there are huge positives.
Rahul Tripathi had spoken earlier in IPL. Will he back up the order looking at his performance today?
Well, I think when he bats down the order and produces something like that, it's almost a more difficult situation to go in. It's a huge positive. I think any IPL team looking for a guy to bat at 6 or 7 and come in and score a strike rate at 250, 300, it's almost Andre Russell-like. So I think the argument would be, why wouldn't you keep him where he is when he does such a positive job?
Sunil Naran hasn't been performing at the top. Would there be a discussion of a batting reshuffle after this?
Oh, I think Sunil's the type of player that can produce match-winning innings throughout IPL tournament. I think if you look back at his performances over the years, it hasn't necessarily been a string of runs together. It's been his impact in the game. I think he always takes the positive option, which surmises how we want to play our cricket.
The last one for the day. All bowlers other than Russell struggled tonight. What are the focus areas for the bowling unit going forward?
Again, very similar question. I think sticking to our basics. T20 can be overcomplicated at times, and I think when you play at a small ground, you can delve into people's mistakes a little bit too much.